Mr. Bean over here.
Cybermen are from New England, as they say in Hungary, as is the man, some guy that plays this guitar, and the one that's behind me, and the other one that's also a little behind me. So, Mayones, or however you say that, which I for years said wrong. Apparently it's Mayones. Mayones. I don't know. But they're not from England. They're from Poland. And they're really cool people. And the Hydra Elite 6 that I've been playing, I really can't put down. So this green monstrosity is the signature model of this Browne guy. Why it's not a Browne guitar, who knows? But I guess we'll find out. And they're really cool guitars, and this is a 7, and then I've got another 7. I've got a 6, which I can play because it's in his signature tuning. You can't actually get it in any other tuning. Try to get it into regular tuning, the guitar breaks. So we're going to check it out. I'll look at some stats, and we send it into tons of amps, and we see how good is a guitar around the plus minus €3,000 range. I think you can get them for $2,790 depending on the model, and then up to $3,500 depending on how much John Browne himself licked them, I guess. If he was here, he probably wouldn't like me to say that Monuments, which is some band, does djenty stuff. Because djent is apparently not something you want to be associated with when you do fucking djent. I don't know what that means. Apparently it means you palm mute things and you go chugga-chug without changing notes a lot. And then you go, and then you go chug-chug-chug, very rhythmically complex. And then you go flipper, 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 and then low again. Stuff I can't do because I'm old. Leslie, we said don't go to the camera that shows the man in the back. Damn it. Also, brand new, which of course we can't see in a single camera, is the Aston Stealth mic. The one that you do not see right here. The nice folks from ADG sent that over and said, hey, it's much better than the mic you're using. And they were fucking right. I mean, how amazing does my voice sound right now? Pretty amazing. So I'm going to go and look at the guitar. We're going to start with a 6-string. So all these guitars have received the very unique, very expensive Lufthansa treatment, which is when you give a really amazingly handcrafted guitar to Lufthansa and you get it back with dings and dongs, bent necks, knobs that just will continuously turn. So that's a kind of a relicking job that Mayones offers. You just tell them you want the Lufthansa treatment, then they ship it in a bad case by what company? Scott Dixon. So they buy a shitty Scott Dixon case, put 3 guitars in it. It travels once from England to Germany, and then the guitars are Lufthansa. And they might or might not work. They might or might not have some major dings and scratches. This isn't that bad. No, actually it is. Let's show some. Let's go to the favorite cam, Leslie. So that one right there has a serious ding in it. And the back right there, it could be worse, and I'll show you on the other guitars that it is. So this is rather subtle in color, as to say no color. It has the, I'm going to try to give you stats.
That's actually octarine.
It's what?
Octarine.
What? English, please.
Well, that was the pre-production name for that guitar. Octarine is mentioned in David Pratchett's Dreamworld. And it's a color that can only be seen by wizards and cats, and it's described as purple and green. I thought it was cool because the other colors were purple and green. And you just can't see it. You're not a wizard.
This is what you get when you work with artists. this guitar is a color that can only be seen by wizards and cats.
You're wearing cat shirts.
Yeah, but
Appreciate it.
apparently when you play in the djenty band, you also get free drugs, like lots of them. Octarine is the color of this guitar, and if you're a wizard or a cat, you can see it.
The actual name of the guitar is Springbrook.
So, I'm going to go with that's an ash body. Am I correct on that?
You are completely correct.
And the color is freaking ash, not any kind of fabled bullshit color. It has bare knuckles with scratchies, which is actually pretty damn cool. Let's show the scratchies. Look at that. Leslie was right on that camera. She's so good. We have a 6-bolt screw thing. The harness bridge. It says John Browne signature model, handcrafted in Gdansk in Poland. Similar to my Hydra Elite, it has a 5-piece neck, but the middle stripes here are maple. And we still have a wenge, as far as I can tell. Really cool open hip shotties, which I don't have on my Hydra because it doesn't have a head. And this is kind of the working man's instrument, because no Floyd bullshit, just, a lot of solid metal. And we have an angled headstock, which means we don't need string trees and all that stuff. I love that it has nothing in the fretboard, which makes it a lot harder for you to know what I'm doing in the instrument. The problem with this one is, as I said, it comes in open C# DAT. And again, you can't change that. That's just how the guitar comes. And you can't ever retune that, because then it explodes. So we have a 3-position switch and push-pull for call tappy. Now, what is extremely cool is that the Monument or Mayones, who knows, but it's probably M for Monument or M for John Browne spelling, knob actually is made out of wood. Look at this. Leslie, you usually know how to focus on my knob. Come on. Yeah, exactly. Penis. So that is very nice detail, which you expect in this low price range. The top has a very sharp edge, whereas the back is a little bit softer. We have a little bit of a relief thing here, which I don't understand why companies do that. It feels like a fake kind of, you can play higher registers, because I don't get this, because I'm playing up here, okay? I'm in no way even close to the freaking guitar here. I mean, I'm not. In order to take advantage of this, I would have to play like that. So, what's the point?
Aesthetically pleasing.
It is, yes, thank you, Mr. Browne. It is aesthetically pleasing. That's pretty much all that. It fools you into thinking, I can get into higher ranges. The Ibanez AZ and many guitars have that. When in reality, you don't freaking play there. I
most certainly don't.
Yeah, you don't leave the first 3 frets, right?
Yeah, totally.
AC/DC. So, this is beautiful. And I'm in an amp. Right now, I'm in the Tone King Sky King behind the green thing. Going into the aux, and you're also hearing the Sky King cab mic with an MTP 440 from Lewitt, which is what you will always be hearing in all these very badly played excerpts. You're going to be bitching about why don't you let John Browne play? Well, because this is not his freaking review. He loves his signature guitar. I'm reviewing it, so I gotta play it. If you want to hear him play, then go to his channel and subscribe, and you hear only him play. Okay? Now I play badly. This is a 1-finger guitar. I love it. I don't know if you can use two, but one is really cool. Feels like I can do drop D stuff. I know how to do that, and the other strings will fuck me up. Super clarity. Let's go single chord here. The single coil on these is somewhere between single coil and a piezo sound. It's got a very hi-fi-ish kind of quality. You're not going to make this into a Strat, because it ain't. They put some of John's playing in there very clearly, because that must be it. That can't possibly be me. Don't play on the French, kids. It doesn't work. That's what I want to do. See what the middle does. He said to her. There's so much freaking clarity. And there's the output. I'm playing normal things and it sounds okay. So I'm going to play whatever I usually play. C major. Sounds like a C7. Let's go a little bit more gain. We're going to go into JCM 800. No, don't. Siri thought I want to call an ambulance. Siri's going to call an ambulance. Why? Frickin' would have had to pay for an ambulance because of the JCM 800. That's weird. Push it with the Borkner Ecstasy pedal, which is fun. I don't know what the other strings do. I just
if you're struggling, just then if you think they're both a tone lower, so just everything that you would do, just put it up 2 frets higher. So say, yeah.
No. You're bullshitting me.
No.
You fucker. I don't know what to do. It's an extremely lean and cutting guitar. Let's find out. We have more amps. We have more Le Amplificateur. We're gonna send that into the AC20, which of course is, you know, Vox is exactly what you expect from this guitar. That's beautiful. Moving on. Do I have the Dirty Shirley on? I do have the Dirty Shirley on. Friedman Dirty Shirley. You can't get mud in any way with this guitar. That's ridiculous. Let's go into the Hughes&Kettner Black Spirit, which I have on Ultra. Yes, I do. They pair well together. We move on to the Orange Rock Reverb. Interesting that the general tone is similar to the Hughes&Kettner. I just don't have it as loud because the Hughes&Kettner is sporting 200 watts of Leprechaun something power. I don't know. I don't know what it does. It's weird. How does that song go again? I don't know. I should learn my own song. Things that on other guitars would be muddy as fuck are not. No, not the Argos. Oh yeah, last thing we're gonna do is the Revv 100p because it's purple. Let's not play this weird thing. Let's play something I understand. What's the scale on this? He asked into the room.
25.4.
You heard it here. This is, by the way, I never said that. You didn't say anything. I don't know why. This is the Duvell Q. So is that the model name of those guitars in general?
No. The Q is short for obviously Catsy. But obviously because this is kind of like a stripped down version of that because it's not got the quilted top.
Okay, so the that's a stripped down version of the one with the quilted top.
That costs the same amount of money.
Oh.
The reason being is the matching headstock.
Which is nice. I like matching headstocks.
And also the bare knuckle pickups being covered because that is completely custom. It also adds more.
That is extremely super nice here. The bare knuckles and the scratches on them are in the color of the stain of the guitar.
Yep. The one that you were just playing, the 6-string with the stripes in white. It's obviously closest to natural.
And a purple inlaid Mayones logo here. Same scale on that? What was the scale?
That one's actually baritone, so that one's 27.
Okay, so... It's baritone?
Yeah.
But we tuned it... You tuned this for me to normal.
It's completely standard B, E to E. And then
Are those lumen lays?
lumen lays, yeah.
And we have a teta de guitarra, a guitar tit, which is very important. Teta de guitarra in Spanish, of course. You have to know guitar tit in many different languages. And this very clearly has been Lufthansa, which of course Mayones adds an extra charge for, because it's not relict, it's Lufthansa. Because it does cost quite a bit extra, because it means the guitar has to have a plane ticket. And if Lufthansa doesn't throw it around in a way that it really gets dinged up, they have to buy another plane ticket and try again. Although chances are pretty much 110% that they will fuck it up. Like up here, this is not how Mayones delivers the guitar unless you order the Lufthansa treatment. Please, people, tell me that you understand that we're trying to tell you that Lufthansa sucks and not that Mayones actually has a Lufthansa treatment. Because some of you, I read your comments, not so bright. Only 4 of you, only 4 out of 90,000. But you 4, not so bright. Just like Lufthansa. So, look at the knob. Look at John's beautiful knob here. That is so awesome in the purple. I mean, you can't, there's not every day you have such a really high-res shot of John's knob. Get it? I'm saying? No? So, 7-string, baritone in normal, so I can finally play major chords. No, I can't. Because that wasn't 1. I might want to retune that because it has brand new Le strings. B, that's correct.
And we also had to slightly adjust the neck thanks to the Lufthansa treatment.
But that's what you pay for.
That's what you pay for. £8 for an extra bag.
I mean, come on. But that gave us the chance to actually check the tuners, which are very nice. I've played 7 strings all my life. Why can't I play an E major? It's very embarrassing.
You can play now. That's insane. What? You can actually play now.
I can actually kind of play. Yeah, thank you. It is not a Strat, and it is not a Les Paul. It's also not a Telly. It is a modern, very clear guitar, and that clarity gives you the string separation that you need when you play all those weird seconds and dissonant things that the kids nowadays play.
That's a nice sounding pedal.
Are you even allowed to play major chords on a djenty guitar?
There's a lot of major chords in Djent.
He says, and still has to prove. Horrible. Okay. Let's go to the heavy amps, which is the something not Hughes&Kettner, Black Spirit. I'm scared now. That's fun. It's
just occurred to me that you would fit in your appearance in the band Disturbed.
I don't know what he's saying. That's ridiculously cool. We're going to go to the Rev. The Hughes&Kettner is just a little bit louder than everything else. Yeah, it did major there for reasons that I don't know. Yeah, it's fun. Can we do some lead stuff? I don't know. I probably can't. Let's see if I can get this to be a creamy kind of guitar. That's the that's Marshall thing. I'm gonna crank that up, and we're gonna push this. Why do I not hear what I'm doing here? God, it's muted! Fingers in place. Well, here's the thing. What gives the guitar its ultimate clarity and bite and string separation is possibly a little bit of a hindrance for leads, because what I'm hearing right now is that bite and clarity, but I'm not hearing creamy leadiness. Mr. Browne, what do you think about that?
I would agree with you. If you want something like that, then you probably want the muddiness of a mahogany body. It's kind of... Because even with a Strat, with an ash body or an older body, it still has that bite. You know what I'm talking about? That Strat bite.
Yeah. The Hydra is giving me that, but that's a mahogany body.
Yeah.
Because this is all bitey and cutting through, but I don't get it to actually be very creamy. Let's see if on the Ecstasy I'm dialing back the top end. Let's see what happens there. I'm on the Morgan now, Morgan AC20. Fucking baritone. Quite the output difference between the two pickups as well.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you can't play leads on it, but it wouldn't be my first choice. This is clearly a riff master's instrument made for a guy that likes to not play leads, but that likes to freaking have ultra cut-throughiness, which is a word, when he riffs. And since it's a signature instrument, it makes sense to custom tailor the instrument to the stuff that the guy plays.
It's also dependent on application. So the creamy lead thing, generally, if you think about it, it's going to probably have like a clean guitar background and it's going to be like right at the forefront. But in metal, lead guitar playing is usually accompanied by a wall of distorted rhythm guitars, and you still want to cut through. So depending on application, it could work. But for the most part, I do agree with you.
You're fully right. This would cut through against other guitars, but not against that guitar.
No.
Because if you're putting down rhythms with this, then you have the same frequency.
Exactly, which, yeah, you would never choose the same guitar.
What does, A, you don't play leads, and B, what does the other guitar player play?
He is with Ibanez.
That really can go into any direction in terms of
Yeah.
the PBZ, for example, the 1070 PBZ that I have with the Wenger neck, but it's a very thick, it's the opposite of that, very thick, very, not muddy in a bad way, but very dense sound. And then there's Ibanez if he's got something with the new Fishmans, which of course have the string separation. So that can really be anything. So this is, I think, a phenomenal, minus the Lufthansa instrument. It's a workhorse guitar for the modern rhythm player. Don't try to play Guns N' Roses on it and nail slash a sound. I think you might fail miserably at that. But if I want to have something that's right on the bass drum and we're playing in unison and doing this ridiculously wall of sound thing and still have everything completely audible in the middlies and the squiddlies and the this is pretty damn awesome. Yeah, you're gonna spend plus minus $3,000 on it, but then you have something that, if it's not Lufthansa, is a brilliant instrument. So, and I'm not saying that because I'm afraid of him. I tried. We checked yesterday. I can outrun him. Okay.
I mean, that's not difficult. I'm fat.
I am as well, but possibly just slightly less than you. So we're good. We tested it. And I also bought a Segway, so I can totally outrun him. This is absolutely amazing. And Mayones is working on one for me right now, which I really want to use for all the heavy demos, because you can clearly see that's what it's made for. So if I have something on the table that requires a modern guitar, I want to use John Browne's signature Duvell Q something in some color.
That one is called Winter Heather.
Winter Heather, that one. Oh, there is a story behind that one, right?
Yes, the green one.
Do you want to tell that story?
Yeah, we can do if you want.
I'm thinking that I want it in that color because of your personal attachment to that story.
So that color came about. We were talking about doing a Catsy version with Mayones, and originally I had the Adinia burst, which is the purple one, not the purple one you're holding, the other burst on the quilted maple. Anyway, my friend Justin Lowe unfortunately died in 2015. And he wore Lacoste clothing and had fluorescent green guitars. So that guitar is a tribute to him. The middle green is Lacoste green and the outskirt is fluorescent green. It's just like Justin was such an amazing human being that I wanted to commemorate him with a guitar.
That's the reason why I think this carries a story. And whether you like green or not, that's beside the point. I just think that makes that guitar pretty special. What are the pickups on that one?
It's the bare knuckle nail bomb in the bridge and then the cold sweat in the neck as well.
So the same one as these, but with different...
Just different pickup covers, yeah, that's it. They're just open coils as opposed to the cover.
And you have a toe knob on that one?
No, this one was made only for me. This one's got a piezo or piezo pickup.
Pizza, as Justin from GraphTech calls it. The pizza. He says the Americans can't say piezo, so he's going to call it pizza. They get that. That's not racist. That's just true. Yeah, I'm giving my thumbs up for that guitar. I possibly wouldn't be able to play it in my late age and dad rock persona, but I've meddled here or there. I've done albums with this 7-stringy thing. I can do it if I want to. Shut up. You don't know. I'm going to put links below to Mayones' website. And also maybe, I think, Musikproduktiv carries these. I'm going to put some links below so you can actually look at pricing and hit the buy button. Please use my Thomann links, not to these guitars because they don't carry those, because sad. But to other stuff I used, so click on those to support me. Click on John's channel to support him. Buy John's music. Don't Spotify it. Buy it. Because, look at him. He needs to eat. Seriously. I mean, come on. He's a great guy. We're going to make more videos. If you want to see those, then watch them, I guess. Anything you want to add?
I like you. You're cool. You're funny. That's all I got to say. And I can it's really funny. It's like, when you watch those films and the actors have to sort of act that they can't do certain things, when they're learning to dance or something in a film and they have to kind of act that they can't do it. That was just you just then playing guitar. I can tell you can play and you're just fucking around.
It's so sweet that he thinks that. I wasn't. I really wasn't. But it's so nice that he thinks that I did that. Okay. Links below. Thanks, Leslie, for switching. And animals at the end.
Without direction, the current holds the line. Abstract.